Hey everybody, for those of you who haven't heard the news yet, the Decks are indeed headed to the Czech Republic this fall. And this is a big move for us. You know, we're a family of 8, 6 kids and Amy and myself. So there's a lot to be done. And you know, the more we think about all the things that need to get done, the more incomprehensible the move feels headed into this year. So one of the things we thought we would do with those who are interested in supporting us as we head over is to start a series of videos that kind of outline the story of how it is that we sensed direction and leading toward Czech and what it looks like for us to continue on this adventure together so that you guys can just easily click and watch and see and experience some of this right along with us. So to start with, Amy and I talk a little bit in this first video about our decision to move to Czech and kind of how some of that precipitated, not just on my end, but on hers as well. And part of the reason we felt like we needed to do that is because she played a really unique part in this story. So I'm going to let her share that in her words. I'm going to share a little bit in my own as well in the video, but I hope you enjoy this and we'll catch you in the next video.
So I knew that Vashik had been asking Jeremy to come over and to work with you, to work with him, and so we started talking about it more seriously. Before, I think it was like, oh, I mean, maybe someday, or probably not likely, right? But the Lord, I just started changing my heart and showing me that, yeah, actually, somebody, you know, needs to do this, and why not you? Like, Jeremy has relationships there, we have relationships there. Jeremy's been going for 16 years, and just like thinking through, like, yeah, he has relationships there, and why not? Like, why wouldn't we go? Like, we love Jesus and we want to tell people about him, and there are so few that know him there. So why not? Why wouldn't we go?
Yeah, and so to tell it from my side of the story here a little bit, when she says that she started to grow in excitement, and so then we started to talk about it more seriously, part of the reason that we started to talk about it more seriously is because she started bringing it up all the time. Like, to me, she started to bring it up all the time, and I'd be getting texts throughout the day. Like, so when she first came to me with this, I was thinking, yeah, okay, let's give it a couple of weeks. You know, I mean, it's powerful, right? Going through this history lesson with the kids and hearing the kids even say things, right?
Yes.
The kids talk about when you guys were studying the Moravian Brotherhood and the movement in Bohemia for prayer and some of these things.
Studying about King Wenceslas and his grandmother, Ludmila, who led him to the Lord, and about Cyril and Methodius, who were missionaries to the Czech Republic, to the region of Bohemia, which is now Czech Republic. Jackson said, well, why don't we move there? Why don't we rent a house there? And why don't we move there? And we can tell people about Jesus, and it's just amazing.
So then I get this big long text about how Jack and Nora were like, well, let's move to Czech because there's this, you know, movement there. Then, you know, we studied about Wenceslas, you know, which is another name for Vashik and Ludmila, Lida, right? And so we friends of ours in Czech Republic. Okay, so she was sending me texts during the day about these kinds of things that the kids were saying, and I started to realize that this wasn't just something that was like a passing powerful moment that later on was like, yeah, it's powerful, but let's not go. Her mind was very much like, no, like, I believe the Lord might be drawing us there. We need to pray about this. And so the Lord was using Amy to get my attention about the need in Czech, meeting the opportunity of our experience and our time in Czech Republic, but also, you know, what Vashik has called us, what Vashik has invited us into is church planting and leadership development. And those are two things that I'm passionate about and that we have real-time experience in as a family. And so super, super excited about that. But I wanted you to hear it from Amy's perspective. Is there anything else that you would want to share about this?
Just that we're super excited. We're super excited. The kids, like, when we told them, Molly was prepped a little bit ahead of time that something was coming because of her age. But when we told them, I asked her, "How are you doing? Are you okay? How are you feeling about this?" And she said, "Dream come true." And Jackson has been talking about like how he can use. Has this Bible that has the Romans Road like marked out in it, and he's so excited to get to use that and to tell people about Jesus in Czech. And so I'm just super excited to see what the Lord is going to do in our kids' hearts, and see how he moves in them and draws them to himself, and see how he can use us and
Yeah.
allows us to work in Czech.
Okay, so then in the meantime, let me just say, in between now and when we're hopeful to leave, which would be actually October of this year, we're listing the house in the coming month and a half or so. We're getting ready to go. People are asking me, how can we help? And like, yes. So there's like a million things that need to line up, right? There's the fundraising aspect of things. So people who are interested in helping fund us, I invite you into conversation. I would love to meet with you and talk with you. But even outside of that, there's a lot of other things that need to get done for this to work. And if you're interested at all in hearing more about that and what that looks like, you can email me, jeremydeck.jd@gmail.com. Call me or text me, 612-219-4758. I would love to talk with you and share more about, this trip, the needs that are there, things that range from where's our family going to stay after we move from our house, after we list, because we can't stay. I'm not sure if you can hear me because it's raining, but we can't stay in a house that's listing with 6 children.
No.
It's just not going to work.
It won't
So
stay clean for
we're trying to think through those kinds of questions, practical things like that. We're trying to think through storage questions. We're trying to think through vehicle replacement questions. We're trying to think through all those things. And maybe you're interested in purchasing yourself a 2006 Toyota Camry with this nice sunroof here. And in which case, guys, I've got a car for you. Okay, so anyways, give me a call or a text or shoot me an email. Again, jeremydeck.jd@gmail.com, 612-219-4758. Would love to talk to you about it. Closing thoughts?
Yeah, we can't do it without support.
Yeah.
We need help. And just super excited to see how the Lord can use you guys too.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.